Hey y'all, I'm Emily.
And I'm Andrea.
No, I just always wanted to say that. Okay. Really, I'm the mom. No.
And I'm the
We're not going to start like that one. The sister? Whoa. No. What is going on? We are Andrea and Emily, and where are we?
Honestly.
Who are we? No, we are at VW Family Farm. Welcome back to the homestead / farm. We're glad to have you here. Appreciate each of you watching, and if you're new, welcome. We have a lot going on right now. The boys of the family have been working to build a pig pen in the woods.
For some little piggies.
What have we been doing while they've been doing that?
School,
holding down the fort. We've had to run to town. We go to town once a week and deliver eggs and things like that. We've been handling all that while they have been on this big building project.
So today we are finishing, well, they're finishing the pen, and then once they're done, we are going to try to move the pigs out there.
It's an exciting day. We have always wanted to raise what they call forested pork. Well, that is a pig's natural habitat, is rooting around in the woods, eating acorns and things like that. They're happiest like that, I think, and it's just a way that if they were wild, that's the way they would live. And so we're trying to mimic that with all of our farm animals, and so this is a huge step in that direction. So we are really excited to show y'all the finishing touches on that pen. Part of that involves digging a trench and hooking our hot wire, our existing hot wire, hooking that new pen up to it so that we have like a kill switch, I guess you'd call it, a way to turn off the fence there at the pig pen, because there's going to be times we'll have to turn it off, and so we've got to install that. We have to put up a gate. The boys went this morning and already put up another wire. That was one thing that was left to do on the pen, because on the back side, bordering our neighbor's property is a huge wide open hayfield with no gate to the highway. And so if they got out over there, they're just out. If they get out on our side, we have fences and things, although pigs of course could go through a barbed wire fence. But we do have things that could potentially slow them down. And finally, in raising any animal, another very important thing is water. So if you're new around here, about a year and a half ago, we laid a mile of water line behind our house from a well, an old well that we tapped into here in our backyard. And it feeds that whole water line and waters our cows and everything. So we are going to be tapping into that and running a water line across the field to the pigs. It will just for now lay on top of the ground and feed water over to them. We're actually using an old water trough that's only about half as tall as it's meant to be, because it actually caught on fire one time from a water tank heater, and instead of throwing it away, we cut it in half, and it's perfect for watering pigs, and it cost us nothing. It was basically trash. So that is what we have left to do. We're taking you guys along to see it all, but first, before we get going, Emily and I have some garden picking to do, so let's do that first. And this might look like a grown up mess, but there is so much goodness down in here. This right down here, these are asparagus ferns. That is where tiny little asparagus has shot up, and so next year I expect a good harvest of asparagus. It'll get more and more each year, but we should start getting some next year. What are y'all doing?
I broke it. That driveway over there is packed hard. And we hung a big rock a few times. And it ended up shearing this bolt off.
Oh.
But I have extra parts laying around.
Hoarders always have extra things laying around.
I'm gonna try to get this rolled back in there.
So I told you guys we've got to dig a little trench across the road to hook in to the hot wire so that we can put a kill switch over there for the electric fencing. And that's what the guys were trying to do with a plow that we actually use for digging potatoes. But we did not want to try to dig across our little farm road by hand. And so when you try to do stuff that it's not meant to do that, sometimes it breaks, sometimes it works perfectly. So we're hoping they can get it fixed back up and we can get that part done. Everybody needs a good co-worker like Ben and Lane are to each other. They can basically read each other's minds and they work just really well together. So I hope you got somebody like that in your life. Emily and I work pretty well together as well, doing things. And Lane and I do as well, but Ben and Lane are definitely a pair.
There you go.
Oh, you got it! I'm waiting, it'll come back to you. You need to show them,
right there.
show them what you just did.
No.
You're getting the traction.
I tighten it all.
Yeah, you're going. Go.
What are you doing?
I'm bringing it over to you.
On there, kind of.
Oh, I'm trying to zoom in for y'all.
And did you know that's not even a real bee? That is actually called a news bee. And what's weird is it's not even a bee. It's in the fly family.
How many times have you been told don't swat at them?
I don't know, but I don't think that's true because I was standing out in the garden and I just picked up a brick and I didn't swat or anything, and one just came and stung me in the face and I didn't do anything. So I don't believe in the no swatting no more.
Like it? Alright, so what we've done here is we've got this is an underground hot wire. Very well insulated. We dug the ditch all the way across the road there, buried it in there. I went ahead and put a piece of conduit in the main drive. So now all we got to do is we've got to splice, just like we've done on the other wires. And what this is a hot wire that we've got a kill switch on. We're going to attach it to it, and then I've got a kill switch on the other end.
And what is the point in all this, in this buried wire?
This way we're getting hot wire over to that east perimeter fence. I've never had it where it's permanently hot because we always use just the center wire and then the cross wires that we move paddock to paddock to make that side hot. But when the cows are on the west side, this would never be hot over on the east side. Well, now that we're putting the pigs on the east side, we need it permanently hot down there.
Because they are going right back there, right in that area. So it's got to be hot for their fence to be hot.
All right, here we are. We're fixing to move the pigs. To do that, we've kind of got a conglomeration going on here. Lane and Emily's moved their chickens out here, kind of in the side yard. But we got to get through that gate. So I'm going to pull this wire down. Emily's going to stand guard here to make sure her chickens don't get out. Lane's standing guard there, make sure they don't get in there. I'm gonna back in there and then put some, probably put some bread, or might end up putting grain, but they really like bread. I'm gonna put some bread in the trailer and see if I can get all the pigs to load up all by themselves. So let's go. Before they get real loud, we found a place where we can get old expired bread that they pull out of the grocery stores. We've been feeding that to them, and they'll leave grain alone to eat this bread. So I'm gonna put some in a 5-gallon bucket, take it out there and throw it in and see if I can get them all to load up. And then we gotta weed 2 little ones out.
Now that he's opening bread, they're worked up.
Alright, first one's trying.
Ben has them all in there. We're only taking the big ones, leaving the 3 little babies. I don't know if he told you that. We've got one big holdout. This is it right here. We're going to try to get it up in that trailer with the rest of them so they can go to their new home.
Here it comes.
You might shut it on it. Just be careful, don't hurt it. It's in, it's in. Don't hit the baby. Woohoo! Got them all.
I need one of you to work this gate, one of you to work the side gate. I'm gonna go in there and open the middle, and then when I catch the little one, whichever door I'm closest to, that person opens it and I'll get it out, but don't let the big ones out. Release the oinkers. Release. There you go. There goes Dot. He gotten big.
One tested it and went through. We're trying to run it back in. We'll see how this goes.
Okay, got it. Lower that.
Got 2 more out. This is going great.
They are all back in for the moment. We knew this was a possibility. They're gonna have to learn to respect the hot wire, and they just got shocked before they even knew what was happening, and they were through. So hopefully they've learned a lesson that hurt and they don't want to do that again. They've had a hot wire in their pig pen. They're trained to it, but it's never been their only fence. So the cows had to learn it. I have full faith the pigs can learn it, and that this is all going to go smoothly once they figure it out. Acorns are dropping like crazy. Last thing for today is water. We're not going to get the water line laid over here because we need some parts to be able to do that. That's going to have to wait a bit, but we are going to put a water trough. We got an extra IBC tote that we're not using, that we're going to fill with water and put in the back of the stock trailer and bring down here and just leave for a few days. And we've got the half trough, like I told you, that will work perfectly for these pigs. So we're going to fill that up, and they are just living it up. We will just have to keep a close eye on them, checking them multiple times a day here at the first. one more walk and look, and I'm gonna kind of push them up towards the water so they'll know where it's at, and then we're wrapping this up. They are in their new home. They are just, they've got it made now. They've got oak trees and acorns and lots of woods to roam. Someone asked us on the last video how big this pen wound up being. It wound up being over an acre of a pen, so about 1 1/4 acre. So pretty good size for this many pigs. We will keep you posted on how this goes. I do not think by any means this is going to turn out just perfectly and they're just going to know right from the beginning what's going on. But we're going to work with them. We're going to keep them in here and give them everything they need. And we brought a feeder down here a while ago to feed them in here tomorrow so that they'll know, hey, this is our home where we get fed, watered. They've got lots of thickets and woods to get in and just find all kinds of treats and to get out of the weather and all kinds of stuff. So let's go check them, and we will see you guys on the next one. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Hit that bell so you know when we upload a video. We thank you for watching. If you know someone that would like our videos, please share them, and we just appreciate you guys. So thank you, and we'll see you guys Saturday. God bless.